Hey guys, so I was inspired by this really cool YouTuber called HealthyGamerGG who focuses on mental health for gamers. And he was talking, so that's HG, and he was also talking to this cool guy named Thor, who is a game developer for Blizzard. The interesting concept that stuck out to me was this concept of Nocedo. And if you see here, no and cedo, it comes from like placebo. So placebo is the concept of positive outcomes occurring when actually nothing is happening. And then if you think about it, like say if think of a doctor giving a pill to a patient, but the pill is actually sugar pill. It doesn't actually have any effect, but the patient feels better. Or the patient feels better from the placebo pill, even though this is just sugar, which is actually pretty harmful nowadays. It's a hot topic. But anyway, I was very fascinated by this concept of Nocedo and how it applies to computer science, as this is a computer science channel, and it is one of those things that has constantly, I think it's for most programmers, when you see a face full of errors and you just don't know what's going on and you just feel overwhelmed and get demoralized. So this concept of Nocedo is very applicable in the concept of how motivated you are in shipping things and constantly shipping. And I think this is at the core of the problems that most people have. So I wanted to talk about like a small anecdote. So when I was in university, I was in first year and I was going to do my banking stuff, and I was saying, "Oh, I wanted to do computer science. I wanted to get into computer science." And I was telling my friend, or not my friend, I was just going to the bank to get it. And then the bank teller was telling me, "Oh, I wanted to do computer science when I was your age, but I couldn't even do like Command C, Command V, and on the keyboard." And then I was like, "Oh, that kind of stuck with me." I was like, why quit programming just because you can't do Command C, Command V? It doesn't really show if you're a programmer or not. Maybe it's like one of those cool things, but now you know what Command C, Command V is, and you can become a better programmer. And it always stuck with me, always stuck in the back of my head. Just, oh, quitting programming for, like, she wanted to do computer science but quit because of that fact. It seemed kind of trivial. And if for all those Vim users here, you could use Y to yank all the text and then P to paste, which is just one character. You don't have to do Command C, Command V. You can do Y and P. So there's a lot of different terminology and keys for doing the same thing. So I don't understand. To be fair, Command C and Command V, copying and pasting from Stack Overflow and ChatGPT are very useful skills. Now she knows what it is, and she can get over that hump and the get over that obstacle and get onto the next obstacle. And it's more of just like a growth mindset that I was thinking about. So this brings me to like Thor's 30-day game development method. He was talking about proposing an idea to his audience. Build this game. Build the game. uh, build a game in 30 days, man. Just get it shipped in 30 days. And that's very similar to startup stuff that happens in the Bay Area. Just shipping a project within a short period of time is really awesome to me. So that's why this kind of reminds me of hackathons. Was it 24 hours? So 24 hours, 30 days, or how much ever time, giving yourself a short time frame and saying, I can ship something in that period of time. I can do something meaningful in that period of time is really awesome. And it does require reducing ego. So Nocedo is the concept where instead of the sugar pill, you're getting the sugar pill and you think it's going to work. Imagine if you got an actual experimental drug and you think it's not going to work, or you get a vaccine for the COVID and you say it's not going to work. So that's what Nocedo is. And it's just the bias of something not going to work all the time. So like that kind of brings me back to that bank teller example. Is like, oh, she's like, I can't command C, command V. That means all my code that I write in the future is not going to work. So HealthyGamerGG was really talking about how ego is actually the driving force of Nocedo and why you think something won't ship or won't work before it actually happens. So that's really cool. The concept of overgeneralization is very important. So overgeneralization, tendency for people with depression to overgeneralize failures to themselves, leading to demoralization, and it's important to maintain perspective. That's very important. And he was talking about how there was the importance of meditation and spiritual practices for strengthening perception, processing difficult emotions, and sublimating the ego. So it's simple meditation focusing on inner emptiness. So that's very interesting insights from HealthyGamerGG, just saying that to reduce ego is all about perception, how you perceive the world, and basically trying to, if you are able to reduce ego, it increases your motivation. Overcoming Nocedo, which is the opposite of placebo, is avoiding egocentric thinking and setting ambitious but yet balanced goals and living consciously and doing practices like meditation and connecting with your inner self will enable you to ship things, ship product, ship whatever you want faster, because you overcome that the bias of things that are not going to work even before you attempt working on something. The key point is you're overcoming that bias of failure over and over again, even before you attempt working on that problem. And coding is a lot simpler than you might think nowadays. There's more resources than ever, tools that aid in your programming like never before. And I think the main thing is having that belief, the drive, the motivation to be able to ship a product, to solve a problem is the most key thing in life. Is probably going to be the most important thing in a software developer's journey nowadays, as all the barriers, for example, things used to be written in C and you had to like do all the memory management of all, and then get what's it called, stack overflow errors and things like that, and all these like memory leaks and things like that. Oh my gosh. And assembly coding, where you would code each instruction, it would take like so many instructions to do an addition, and now you can write Python scripts and things like that make it easier. And the Python scripts are generated through AI. You don't even have to program anything yourself. And I think the key thing is just having that drive, having that motivation to solve a problem, believing you can do it, and you will be able to execute. And avoiding this concept of Nocedo, the bias of a bias of thinking it won't work without attempting to do it. So that was the end of my rant. This is a new format. Smash the like button if you like it. All right, see you in the next one.